Welcome, friend, to Imaginings, Moments of Magic by Andrea Klassen-Koop. Taking you places you didn't know existed, but you've always wanted to go. So sit back, relax, take a deep breath and close your eyes. Today, you are on a trek through the high mountains. You are not alone, but with a company of traveling companions. It is dangerous to go alone at such high elevations, so of course, your comrades come with you. Though you are wrapped in warm clothing, it has been many days and the chill is starting to get into your bones. As you are walking through the crunchy snow, you look up and see the summit of the pass that you need to cross. It has been steadily getting closer over the past few days, and now you are nearing the midpoint of your journey. You can see just beyond the mountain path, the sun is slowly making its way downwards, setting for the night. Here and there, clouds dot the sky, and occasionally one passes overhead and softly dusts you with snow. The sky is filled with oranges and pinks, and the deep dark blue of night begins to descend. You are at the point of your journey where all is silent around you. You have used up your talk for the day. There is no wind whistling between the mountains, just the gentle drifting of snow and cloud, the bright orb of a sun descending slowly, stars appearing behind you. The moon begins to rise. It is full and gives off a bright light between the clouds that it peeks through. The path you are taking curves round a rocky outcropping, and as you go around it, you notice that a portion of the ground appears to be moving gently up and down. You approach with caution, and as you do, suddenly 2 snowdrifts puff up into the air, and as the snow is falling all around you, you see 2 triangles swiveling towards you. Once the snow has cleared, you can see that they look like ears. In addition, 2 deep, dark eyes seem to have appeared at the bottom of the snowbank. You hear the sound of a snort, and more snow blows into your face, and when it clears, you see a large, dark nose. A head lifts up, and you can see a large white dog. The dog is almost round from the amount of fur that covers it. It is pure white except for its nose, eyes, and ears. A tail curves up and around behind. It begins to sniff and smell you. As it draws nearer, it is nearly 5 times your height. Its steps shake the ground beneath your feet, and as it walks over, you are unsure of what its intentions are, until a large pink tongue lolls out of its mouth, and it gives you and your companions a lick that engulfs all of you at once. After a time of greetings, sniffing, and licking, the large dog drops into a snowbank on all fours. You get the sense that perhaps it is inviting you to go for a ride. You turn to look at your companions. You are all filled with awe and wonder at this happenstance. One of your companions volunteers to go first and moves towards the dog, grabs hold of fur, and climbs aboard, the dog waiting patiently. Following their example, you do likewise, and as you place your hands into the fur, they start to warm. You climb up and sit behind your companion, grasping more fur. The coat is so thick that it covers your legs and lower body entirely, and you stick your hands into it, and it's incredibly warm underneath. Once you are all aboard, the pup rushes to its feet and starts to bound across the snowscape. Powdery white snow is flying everywhere, and it sparkles in the moon and the starlight. You quickly make your way up and over the pass, cutting the time needed. And as you reach the summit, you can see down over the other side. The mountains here taper off into rolling hills and then flat prairie. You can see for miles and miles a landscape bathed in moonlight. The pine forests descend into the hills covered with sparkling snow, shadows of cloud obscuring the moonlight, dusting their snow over the landscape. And up in the sky, comets start to fall here and there, and some fall nearby, blazing their way through the sky to end up steaming piles of snow. The pup begins to bound downhill. Here and there, parts of the mountain have worn away, and there are arches in between them. The pup bounds in and out of these, in between the spires of mountains, and down into the hills. Eventually, on the horizon, you begin to see a yellow glow. It appears that you are approaching your destination, or at least a destination, a city, a town of sorts. Lights glowing with the promise of warm fire and hot food. The pup stops at the outskirts of the town and once again flops to its belly, allows you to climb off, and with a last parting lick, hops up again, turns tail, and bounds back up. You watch the pup go, leaping and running through the spires of the mountains, and thank the world for the good fortune that you had on this magical night.
If you like what you heard and want to support, I am going to be releasing NFTs for each of my episodes. To find out more, head to imaginings.ca/discord.